Hi everyone, John here from Bite Size Cruises and welcome to the beautiful MSC Seashore. Today we are going to give you a full tour of the ship and all of the public spaces with a little bit of commentary. We have done a review on our channel as well, so you can check that out if you are interested more about the cruise ship. So let's get into it. All right, we're going to start out here on the main pool deck. This is in the very back of the ship on deck 18. You see here you have a lovely bar as well as a ton of seating around the pool. It is a pretty nice size pool. It doesn't get terribly crowded back here because there are a lot of options for sitting out in the sun and there are a lot of pool options. This is where they do a lot of like the aerobics and different things in the morning. Now we're going to head over slightly to your right and we're going to head to the kids pool area. This is again, same deck. You are going to see, you can kind of wander around in here. There's like a splash pad. There are a few slides here. There are the buckets that dump water. This is a really cool area for kids. It's right next to the arcade, as you can see. And we're going to walk up and I'll show you around on the upper deck here, which would be the actual pool deck. So as you come up here, you can see this is a pretty large area for kids. You have the little pool there and the splash pad. See the water slides that go out to the main area. These are in a weird place on the ship. It's one of my weird things of the MSC C-class ships. The water slides are not really by the pool, which is interesting. I guess it's fine, it kind of breaks up traffic a little bit, but just so that you're aware they're not there. Then you can go up one more level here, which we're gonna do. Get a better look at all the fun stuff for the kids here. They have these little rope bridges they can go across. It's a really cool area for kids. And it was never crowded. It is kind of tucked away and hidden. So I don't know if some people didn't know about it, but this area was never crowded every time I walked by to go to the sports court. Speaking of, here is the sports court. You could see there was missing a basketball rim when I was doing this video, which I thought was odd. So I guess it must have broken because I came out the next day and it was replaced, which is great. This is, again, up on deck 18, looking down on deck 16. This is the indoor jungle pool. It does have a retractable roof, so if it is beautiful out, they can open it up. They never did that on this cruise. I'm not sure why. Maybe just it wasn't necessary because you do have an outdoor pool as well, so they wanted to keep some semblance of an indoor area. But really nice area. Plenty of things to do here. You have ping pong, you have pool. Lots of fun, interesting, comfortable seating. Again, this area does get a little bit crowded on sea days, but nothing crazy. If you come out of the jungle pool area, you're going to wander right over to the arcade here on deck 16. They do have the F1 simulator. They have the XD theater here where you can play games. Right over there, which is kind of like virtual reality-ish. And then as you wander back, we'll just let you look at the arcade games here. One item of note here is we always try to be as honest and transparent as humanly possible. A lot of these games were not working on this cruise. There were signs on them that they were out of order, so I don't know if that's a normal occurrence. Just wanted to let you know if you have kids and you're bringing them on and you expect to have all these arcade games, there was a lot that was not working. Further down here on deck 16, we are in the Marketplace buffet, which is massive. I'm just going to show you a little snippet of the buffet here, as I don't really like to get in people's way when they're eating. People are not fun if you get in their way while they're eating. But I wanted to show you the really nice seating areas and just the basic layout. The buffet goes basically from midship all the way to the back, so you can kind of get a good idea. Plenty of drinking stations. There's a bar here right in the middle, and then just plenty of seating. And then over there on your left, you can see where all the food is, and that food continues to go back and back and back. There are multiple stations of the same food, So if you do keep walking, you will see additional seating and additional food. And the buffet never seemed crowded to me at all. It was pretty like a reasonable crowd there all day, all night. And the buffet is open pretty much from 6:30 in the morning until 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night. And they have snacks and stuff. They do kind of light close in between meals, but it's only about 10 or 15 minutes. And usually there is some type of food out, even if it's one station in between those times. Now we're gonna jump all the way down to deck 5 here to the atrium. This is the main kind of atrium of the ship. It's the main bar. This is where guest services is. This is kind of the midsection where everyone kind of meets up and congregates during the cruise. And this atrium goes up about 40 feet. It goes up over 5, 6, 7, and 8. Really, really cool space. That's the Seashore Bar there. Now we're gonna walk back on deck 5 through the photo gallery here. Back here you will find obviously all your pictures if they take formal or any type of pictures along the cruise where you can pick them out and purchase them. Back here they do have the little photo center where you can kind of get lenses or camera stuff if you don't have it and you need it. You can also talk to people about your internet package back here. This is where they will help you with that. And then as we get to the very back, we're going to take a look at the MSC Foundation. If you've never investigated the MSC Foundation, I highly recommend you do so. It is really cool, the work that they do around the world and what they've done at their private island, Ocean Key, from a preservation standpoint, restoring coral and those type of things. But they have this cute little area down here. We can get a lot more information about the MSC Foundation, and they have some swag and some different things back here. And then as we twist around, you're going to see this really, really, really cool art fixture. This is made all from plastics that they pulled out of the ocean. And again, it goes up the full like 40 feet there. It's really cool, and it's awesome to see in person. Now we're going to jump to deck 6. This is deck 6. As you see, we are walking towards the main atrium. We'll also show you the other direction shortly. But again, you'll come out to the main atrium area where it's the kind of meeting spot and where everything kind of takes place in the midsection of the ship there. It's great that it's on 4 different decks because it never really gets super crowded. There is like a bar or something on every deck. So there is like a nice meeting spot there, as you can see down to the Seashore Bar there. And then around here on deck 6, you see there is plenty of seating, just like there is on 5. You have beautiful ocean views on the side of the ship here. And then you have the shine bar here on deck 6, which is open in the evenings. There is also an excursion desk up here if you have any questions or want any information about excursions. There are a few excursion desks, which is great, so they don't get overly crowded. And just a ton of like cool seating spots and places to hang out and enjoy the day or evening. I always tell people, keep in mind in the atrium areas here, when you are looking at the atrium, they do have those beautiful Swarovski diamond or crystal stairs. Those do get crowded as everybody's taking pictures there. This is Times Square, which houses the dueling pianos. It's like a second atrium as well. As we wander around, you will see that all the shops are here in this little Times Square area, which is quite fitting. It does open up to decks 7 and 8 from 6 as well. So again, that second kind of atrium spot. Tons of seating here for the dueling pianos. If you do hang out here during the evening, that's a lot of fun. You can see that art installment there. It's another secondary cool spot to get up and down if you want to avoid people in the main atrium area taking their pictures. And you're going to wind around here to Venchi Chocolate. Anything at Venchi Chocolate, if you buy the chocolates or hot cocoa or anything, is an additional a la carte cost. They have gelato there as well. But it is amazing, and it's really cool that they have people on the ship that are making fresh chocolates and all of these cool things. It is really fun. It's a cool spot to hang out. You can get tea there as well. Now we're going to pop up to the very back of the ship on deck 7, and we are going to see Le Cabaret Rouge. It's one of my favorite spots on the ship. So in here, they do a 4-hour variety show every evening with magicians, jugglers, singers, aerialists, you name it. And this is a great spot to hang out during the day. There is just tons of seating here. You can kind of sit in a back little tucked away corner if you want some privacy or peace and quiet to read a book or just to have a nice day. It is a great venue. And again, they do a lot of like the special presentations here, like the veterans presentation and different things like that. But it is a very cool venue, especially at night from 7 to 11. Pretty cool. As you pop out of Le Cabaret Rouge, here is the Manhattan Restaurant, one of the many main dining rooms, which we will go through. For a lot of this, I'm just going to let you enjoy the view. I don't have to talk over everything. You can figure out that it's a dining room. So we'll let you enjoy that. As you come out there, we're going to pop down through the casino. The casino is very large. I will say, if you do not like smoke, I wouldn't advise hanging out by the casino. It does get very smoky in there. This being a European cruise line, it's an Italian ship. You do get more of a European flair of people on board. And for some reason, in my findings, the Europeans definitely still smoke a lot more than Americans. Not that Americans don't smoke. It just seems to be a lot more. If you're on a European ship, there's a lot more smoking going on. And that will take place in the casino. There are designated areas, but it's a ship, so the smoke finds its way around. And you will see that a lot on deck 8 outside as well, lots of smoking. So just so that you're aware of it, if you are sensitive, you can avoid this area. The casino is, again, very large, lots of table games, lots of slot machines. It was never tremendously crowded, not as crowded as you would see on like Carnival or Royal, but there were still a lot of people in the casino in the evenings. It's something to do as well sometimes for people. And over here you can look down to the dueling pianos as well. So this area does get a little crowded in the evening as people are jockeying for position to watch the entertainment. Come out here in the atrium area on deck 7, we have the Champagne Bar, which is open in the evenings. Again, very nice. They do have seafood here as well. It's a la carte. And again, you can see this looks down into the atrium area. Those screens are on every level. The entertainment usually pops in there on deck 6, so you can see them from here as well, which is great. And then we pop out to deck 8, where we're going to walk around. I'm actually going to let you enjoy the view here. Similar, if you've ever been on a Norwegian Breakaway or Breakaway Plus class ship, they have this beautiful waterfront area which goes all the way around the ship. And so the area we're coming up to, once you pass these little dividers, this is all smoking, and it does get very smoky here during the day. Lots of cigars, cigarettes, just so that you're aware of that. And then that's going to lead us to the back here, which is the adults only kind of infinity pool area, which is really, really beautiful. And you'll see that in just a moment. So there are 2 infinity pools. They're split in half here, so you can check those out. They're both beautiful, and they do get a little bit crowded during the day, but not crazy or ridiculously crowded, which I think is really nice. They do have a bar on this side. Again, espresso everywhere around the ship. So you can always get espresso. And then on the other side, there is another bar, and that bar has gelato and different treats and snacks as well. You can see the infinity pool bar with the gelato, and they do have ice cream there as well. Soft serve or yogurt, whatever that is. We'll wander around here to the other side. You're going to see very similar to NCL if you've ever been on Norwegian again. They do have outdoor seating for the restaurants here. This is Butcher's Cut. So you can see if it's a beautiful evening, you can eat your dinner outside. It's not configured as well as the NCL, where they have a little more coverage and a little more blocking of the wind. But it is beautiful, and the restaurant is awesome, which we're going to go inside and take a look at right now. Here's Butcher's Cut, which is the steakhouse on board. It is huge. So if you are interested in getting a wonderful steak dinner, you can check this out. It is specialty dining, which means that it does cost additional to your cruise fare. But really great ambiance in here. It is a beautiful restaurant, and the food's very good. I'm gonna pop back out here onto deck 8. As you can see, it's a beautiful day here. There are hot tubs on both sides of the ship. So here you see a few of the outdoor hot tubs on deck 8. They are awesome. They are little infinity hot tubs off the side of the ship. Never really crowded, which is great. They are in a kind of like an inconspicuous area, which I love. Here we are inside on deck 8. This is Hola Tacos and Cantina. Again, specialty dining. It is additional cost to go here. It is only $17.99 per person, all you can eat. So you could order off the entire menu. You can get desserts, you can get apps, entrees. It is all included for $17.99. And the food is excellent. They have soups, empanadas, tacos, anything you can think of in your Mexican food, and they have it, and it is very, very good. Now we wander down a little bit further back on deck 8. This is the bar area in the specialty dining area where most of the specialty dining is. It's a really nice bar. It does get a little bit, the bar doesn't get crowded, but it gets a little bit crowded here in the evenings just because people are congregating for specialty dining. Here is Kaito Teppanyaki, which is right next to this bar area. So if you're waiting for your table, you would come here, you can grab a drink and then head into your teppanyaki dinner. Teppanyaki area is very large, plenty of table space, and as always, teppanyaki is just a ton of fun. Now we wander over to Kaido Sushi, which is right outside of the teppanyaki restaurant. You just wander around the hall to the left. You will see it, and the cool thing here is it is conveyor belt sushi, which is so much fun. This, like teppanyaki, is also specialty dining. There is an additional fee to dine here. There are 2 ways to do the specialty dining to do the sushi. It is $39.99 all you could eat, just sushi, or you can order a la carte off the menu. You could also do the sushi a la carte as well, just grab and pay for each one. This is Ocean Key Restaurant. This is the seafood restaurant on board. It is very small, very elegant, and the food is excellent. This is a great restaurant if you'd like to do something special like a birthday or anniversary. And again, specialty dining, which means it is not included in your cruise fare. Then if you come out of Ocean Key and you make a right, it's going to take you all the way to the back where you're going to hit the Uptown Lounge here. The Uptown Lounge is a cool, swanky little lounge in the evening. They do karaoke in here. They do Latin ballroom music in here in the evenings. Really, really cool place. This is also a great place to hang out during the day if you just want to read a book or relax. And sometimes they do a little bit of trivia in here, but otherwise a very, very nice lounge. It does get crowded in the evening when they do Latin music in here. Again, being an international, more of an international ship, you get a lot of international guests. This is the wine cellar right outside of Butcher's Cut, all the way in the back next to the Uptown Lounge. I never saw anyone in here the entire time I was on my cruise. They do have the automated machines where you could swipe your card and get wine though. But I never saw anyone in there. This is the MSC shop on deck 8. We are out by the atrium now. This is all your MSC swag. And then we come down this hallway. Here's the other excursions desk on your left there. And then we're gonna wander down towards Times Square away from the atrium area. You're gonna see more shops on your left. You have jewelry here. Again, all your typical cruise line stores if you've ever been on a cruise. They always have high-end jewelry, watches, clothing, you name it. This little Liberty Plaza sign here, if you make a right out that door, it will take you outside onto deck 8. Again, that waterfront area that we looked at. And then here you're coming up on Times Square. On your right is going to be the Brooklyn Cafe. This is an area of the ship, a cafe that does coffee and snacks in the morning. And then it is a lounge kind of bar area for the rest of the day. They do have live music in here in the evening, which is excellent. And this is where the cruise director and the staff do their little show in the morning. So really nice area, big area, great place to hang out during the day if you want like some sunlight and just to relax but not have to be outside. This is definitely the place for you. As you can see, it's pretty big in here as well. If you've been on the Seascape, this is the Loft Cafe. Now we're gonna head over to the sports bar, which is right across the hall from the Brooklyn Cafe. Sports bar does have its own little casino up here, which is interesting. So you can come in here. This area, very smoky. It is closed in and lots of smoking in there. And then you head into the sports bar proper here. This is a great place to watch, you know, a soccer match or a football or basketball, whatever you're interested in. They do have a lot of the big games and it is a really, really fun place. Love the decor. It's interesting that the international ship got the like sports bar feel right. I feel like none of the other cruise ships really have like a true sports bar. And this is like a legit sports bar. The other thing that I love in the sports bar on MSC is these sports bars have little booth areas. In addition to having the giant screen up front there, they have little booths that you could sit at with your friends and watch whatever sports event you want to watch. You just jump in, grab a booth, you can get food, drinks, the whole 9 yards. I love that as well. I'll just let you see as we wander through and you get to see those booths over here as well. And that's going to bring us to the end of this beautiful ship tour. Thank you so much for watching. We would love for you to subscribe to our channel. We put out a brand new cruise video every single day. Thanks, everyone.